Hi Reddit and YouTube, this is Thomas Huera. I decided to make a video to help you guys tune your cars to perform really well in sharp corners and Need for Speed. Definitely towards the end of the game you'll find that your handling in sharp corners is what will win you races. For instance, when racing against Magnus. Now he drives this Porsche and he can just handle so well in those sharp corners that it gets frustrating. So I'll help you guys to defeat him, or to perform well in different races, because it will keep being very important. Now, first of all, choice of car. It's no coincidence that Magnus has this Porsche, or Nakai-san has a Porsche. Nakai-san's car is a car that also performs really well in those sharp corners. Reason why is because these cars are rear-wheel drive and have extra weight on the towards the back as well, because the engine's in the back, so that will create oversteer, and oversteer definitely helps a lot in those sharp corners. So let's pick a car. This is Nakai-san's car. He's driving an old Porsche as well, so let's find ourselves an old Porsche. The old ones, I believe, produce a little more oversteer than the newer ones. Let's see, a little further. There it is. This is a very good one. So let's pick it. There we go. So, first thing you will need is I'll tell you what to buy. Let's go to the parts. First thing, sway bars. Let's get the best sway bars you can find. This is going to be one of the best secrets to perform in sharp corners. The handbrake, very good handbrake. Brakes, let's give it the best brakes. And tires, obviously the best grip tires. That's no surprise. And differential, best differential you can find. Good. All right. Later on I'll tell you a little bit more about suspension as well, but right now we'll leave that open. So now let's go to the handling tuning. So let's see what the game will do when we slide the master sliders towards grip. It will give us less front tire pressure and more rear tire pressure. That's good. That's perfectly fine. Steer response is slow. This is to keep control over your car a little more easily, but I want it to be fast because, heck, that's just my preference. I like having very fast response times, even though my car may be liable to get out of control a little faster. But that's a risky take. Alright. Now, drift stability assist and braking drift assist, I'm going to keep them like that for now, but sometimes you'll find that the fastest way to take a short corner is to do a little bit of drifting, so you might turn this off. For instance, drift stability assist, to get that little bit of drift into those corners and take a corner that way. So differential will be open. Downforce, I'll get back to that later. Brake strength, I want more brake strength. The reason why it says less is the same reason why what is it called? The same reason why steer response is originally set to slow, because less brake strength will cause your car to, it'll be less liable to get out of control while you're braking. If you brake more briskly, you might lose control a bit. But because the races are about speed and being as fast as you can, I want to have more brake strength to have a shorter amount of time and amount of distance that I'm braking. Because your braking game is one of the two key parts of taking the sharp corner. You want to brake right before you take the corner, by the way. Brake right before you take the corner, and then just, not your handbrake, like your literal brake, just like your S button that should be, so that you decrease the speed right before you go into the corner. Alright, brake bias rear, perfectly fine. More tire traction, obviously you can't change that. That is because of the tires I've chosen. Handbrake strength, strong, very good. Spring stiffness, I'll get back to that later. Sway bars. Now, I've talked about how important brake strength is. Sway bars is the other super important part. So it's very little you can find about sway bars on forums about Need for Speed or anywhere. What sway bars do, if I would set it to stiff as we can, then what would happen is if you go into a sharp corner, in real life, the tires on the inner side of the corner, they might lift off a little bit. So you'll only be turning on your outer tires, if you know what I mean. So I'll want to set it as soft as I can right now. Reason why is that in a corner that way, you will have maximum traction on each one of your tires. All of the horsepowers in your car will actually be transferred onto your wheels, onto the asphalt, if you keep touch with the ground in the corner. Obviously, it's as logical as that. So set your sway bars to soft for more power inside a corner. So that is the secret to coming fast out of a corner. So that you won't have to rely on your nitrous boost all the time. Your sway bars will do all the work. So the most important part is more brake strength and soft sway bars. Now in real life, what you would want to do is have a different setup on your front sway bars as opposed to your rear sway bars. You want to set your front sway bars to soft, your rear sway bars to stiff, to sort of increase that oversteer. But since we can't do that in this game, and that's a real pity, all we can do is just set them all to soft so that we can have a maximum power onto the asphalt in the corners. So that's all you need to know about taking sharp corners in this game. Now, there is also like the wider corners that you will take at high speed. To do that, I'll just quickly give you a tip on that as well. We'll get ourselves a spoiler. This is all stuff that you probably know at this point. Just pick any good spoiler. Heck, this one will do. Yep, let's pick it. And what we'll do, spoiler will obviously create more downforce. It'll help a little bit with the sharp cornering as well. So you might want to do it anyway. Adjust our stance to as low as we can, and this will bring our what is it called, like the center of weight of your car, the center of gravity, whatever. Will bring it lower to the ground and thus give you better control over your car. Now in real life, I don't know how this game, if this is implemented really in this game, but in real life you would want to counter the lowering of your car by using, let me show you, let's get suspension. What you will want to do is go to your suspension. Oh, we've passed it. There. Oh, downforce first of all to more, obviously. There you go. Set it as stiff as we can. Reason is because you're low to the ground and you don't want to, like, in order to keep your car balanced, if you have a low center of gravity and a lot of downforce, you have to have very stiff springs. This is what they do in racing cars in real life, obviously, as well. So that's pretty much all you need to know about tuning your car for handling, definitely in sharp corners. I'll just quickly give you one last tip. Sometimes you'll find that when upgrading, like your exhaust manifold or anything that increases your speed, essentially, that you will get like red numbers. Like you get a more expensive upgrade, for some reason it gives you red numbers and decreases your speed. The reason why that happens is usually because you're doing things in the wrong order. First thing you will always have to do is engine block. Engine block should always be the first upgrade you pick. And then you can do all these things: camshaft, cylinder heads, exhaust stuff, clutch, electric stuff, whatever, air filter. And the very last thing you do is your forced induction, right? You do everything. First of all, you do your engine block, then you do all the rest, and at the end, only at the very end, you do your forced induction, because at the end you'll have all these different choices, and if you don't do all the rest first, you will end up picking the wrong one. So leave forced induction till the very last. So that's all I had to say about getting cars that perform really well in sharp corners. I hope that I've helped. So pick a car with rear wheel drive with as much weight to the back wheels as possible, and do what as I've explained, especially get strong brakes and sway bars as soft as you can. And you'll do just fine. The rest is just your technique. The rest is how you train yourself to take those corners. I hope I've helped. This was Thomas Squera on YouTube, on Reddit. See ya.